Wow, it's such a beautiful day to behold. That's today, Wednesday, the 26th day of March 2025. And we are super excited to welcome you to our program today. It's Beyond the Headlines on Baramatu Voice TV, reaching you live from the Niger Delta Media Center in Ogunubori, Delta State. This is where we share hottest headlines, most intriguing conversations, and fresh takes on the news that matters. I am Agogo Iniko, and with me today,
Best hello, good day, and welcome to Beyond the Headlines. You know what we do? Yeah, always we take you beyond the news, giving you in-depth analysis and perspective that matters. Please, wherever you're watching us from, make sure to drop it down on the comment section as soon as we go into full details of the business of the day. And of course, it is very paramount for you to share this live. As soon as you come to this live program, the first thing that should be on your mind is to share. Share to friends, to families, to groups, to people that wants to be here, that wants to be, a burst of news story around, our country, Nigeria, and the Niger Delta region. Likewise, make sure to share and drop your comments, drop your contributions on the issues that we discussed today.
yes, thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Baramatu Voice TV and turn on your notification button so you will be the first to know when we come online. And you can also visit our website at www.baramatuvoicenews.com. Welcome once again. This is Beyond the Headlines. So we have a lot to unpack. Wow, it's such a beautiful day to be heard today, Wednesday, the 26th day of March 2025. And I'm super excited to be here this morning on Beyond the Headlines live on Baramatu Voice TV, reaching you from the Niger Delta Media Center in Ogunubori, Delta State. You already know that Beyond the Headlines is where we share the hottest headlines, most intriguing conversations, and fresh takes on the news that matters. And I am so excited to unpack a whole lot for you this morning. On this show, I am Agogo Nico, and with my host.
Yes, I am Berstolo. Good day and welcome to Beyond the Headlines. You already know what we do here. This is a platform where we take you beyond the news, giving you in-depth analysis, insights, and perspectives that matters. Yes, if you're just joining this live, the first thing that you should do that should be of great importance is for you to share this live, share it to people that wants to be here, share it to friends, to families, to groups. Click on the share button on Facebook, not just on Facebook, and on YouTube. Likewise, make sure to share this program to so many people that wants to be here. We want to see a whole lot of audience watching this live because we have a whole lot to unpack. And yes, your comments and contributions as well, we go a long way as the issues is being discussed. As we go deeper into details, make sure to drop your comments, make sure to drop your contributions on the comment section. And as well, you can call the lifeline that will be displayed on the screen. Yes, if you want to be a part of this conversation, you want to call in live, you can call the number that will be displayed on the screen.
Yes, thank you so much. Don't also forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at GbaramatuVoiceTV. You can also visit our website at www.gbaramatuvoicenews.com for update. Yes, we'll be going straight into the business of the day. Like I said, we have a lot to unpack for you this morning, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself as we unfold all the news for today. Yes, like I said, we have a whole lot. We'll be discussing about the South Development Commission, what it means.
The Development Commission. In fact, that is a huge one. That is a huge one for, the Niger Delta. We have the NDDC, yes, Niger
which
Delta,
is the Niger Delta,
and for this
Commission,
SSDC coming again. In fact, it's a huge one for Niger Delta. Obviously, we're going to go deeper into more details as the news is coming on this issue. And talking about Natasha, a petition, a sexual, harassment petition.
And it was rejected by the Senate.
Why?
So, why was it rejected?
There are more to this. We'll definitely going to know more about this when we go into more details. And of course, talking about one of the Niger Delta governors, Governor Monday, yes, in Edo
state of emergency in the educational sector. Yes.
In fact, I initially never wanted to reveal that education sector. I initially wanted to say, it declared a state of emergency. On what exactly?
On what ground? Okay.
All right, you already let it count out of the bag on education. The state of education, it is going down. The schools, the learning environment that the children in Edo State. In fact, it is not how would I put it,
not conducive for learning.
If probably I have a child there learning in those kind of environment, there is no way learning process will be effective. And the governor of Edo State has deemed it fit to put in these things together, restructure it. Yes, that is it. And we have more and more and more. This you would know if you stay tuned till the end of this program. We promise we're giving it to you back to back.
Yes.
All right.
Once again, I do well to like, share, comment on what's happening. Get involved in our conversations. We want to hear your take. I would love to read your comments on air. Yes, so do well to also share this video, this live, to your friends and everyone around you, so they can also get abreast on the happenings. Yes, we'll be moving straight now into our news story.
All right. Quickly, probably let me make sure to check if we have
comments and
one or two comments before
viewers. Yes,
moving forward. All right. Okay, checking if I have some comments on the comment section or recognizing our viewers that is joining. All right. Gift Ogoniba, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being on this wonderful program.
Yes, do well to tell us where you're watching from. Yes, we'd love to know and give.
Make sure to drop it down on the comment section where you're watching us from. It is of great importance that we know where you're
you're
watching
watching
us from. Are you
from.
watching from Delta? Are you watching outside Delta? Are you watching in diaspora? Please, we want to know. Drop it down on the comment
Yes,
section.
and if it's your first time, please tell us because we have an imaginary bell to ring.
Yes, we're definitely going to be doing that. So if it is your first time of being on Beyond the Headlines, you can drop it down. And if probably the referrer from our previous host on Business Morning telling you about the Beyond the Headlines, you can as well drop it down. Oh, I got to know about Beyond the Headlines from
Yes.
Business Morning. You can put it down there as well. All right. Ibikeme, thank you. Ibikeme Abai, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being on this wonderful program. Tuodolo, thank you for joining. Thank you for being on this wonderful program. Please drop your thoughts, drop your comments, drop your contributions on the comment section. I'll be doing well to read them out loud. All right.
Okay, thank you so much, Best, for recognizing the viewers. All right, so we'll be going straight into the top stories for today. Communique issued at the end of a media roundtable discussion organized by Baramatu Voice journalists on the state of development in the Niger Delta. Arising from a critical media roundtable discussion held at the Niger Delta Media Center in Warri, Delta State on Tuesday, March 25th, 2025, Baramatu Voice journalists have collectively resolved to address the urgent need for proactive leadership, transparency, and accountability in the Niger Delta region. The session, which was hosted by Agogo Iniko, provided an in-depth examination of the governance failures, infrastructural decay, environmental degradation, and economic stagnation that continue to plague the region despite its vast natural resources. The journalists recognized that while national leaders are often held accountable for the challenges facing the Niger Delta, local and grassroots leaders have a far greater responsibility in driving meaningful change. They noted that regional leaders must rise above excuses and take decisive steps to ensure sustainable development rather than relying solely on federal interventions. The discussion underscored the need for more proactive governance at all levels, with an emphasis on effective representation, sincerity in leadership, and a people-centered approach to resource management. Concerns were raised over the culture of political and community leaders using their position for personal enrichment rather than addressing the needs of their communities. It was emphasized that the Niger Delta continues to suffer due to a leadership structure that prioritized self-interest over service. The journalists stressed that the community leaders and political office holders must understand that true leadership is about commitment to the people who entrusted them with power. They called for a radical shift in governance where leaders focus on tangible development, infrastructural progress, and the creation of opportunities for the people rather than hoarding wealth for personal luxuries. The discussion highlighted the role of citizens in holding their leaders accountable, noting that the failure of leadership is partly due to the complacency of the people. The journalist urged Niger Deltans to become more actively involved in governance by demanding transparency and challenging ineffective leadership. It was agreed that without a collective voice from the people, the cycle of neglect and mismanagement would continue. The issue of environmental degradation was extensively addressed, with concerns raised over the continuous pollution of the region's waterways and land by oil exploration activities. The journalist condemned the apparent indifference of both government agencies and multinational corporations to the devastating effect of oil spills, gas flaring, and ecological destruction. They emphasized that while companies extracting resources from the Niger Delta continue to profit, the region itself remains deprived of basic infrastructure such as hospitals, schools, and clean water. The discussion also exposed the misuse of community funds by some local leaders who enter into secret agreement with oil companies to enrich themselves at the expense of the people. The journalist decried the practice of certain individuals negotiating on behalf of communities only to divert the funds for personal gain. They urged traditional rulers, community heads, and political leaders to prioritize the welfare of the people rather than engaging in corrupt practices that further impoverish the region. The media's role in pushing for change was strongly emphasized with a commitment by Baramatu Voice journalists to intensify investigative reporting and expose acts of misgovernance. It was resolved that media professionals must remain steadfast in holding leaders accountable, ensuring that the truth is brought to light regardless of pressure or intimidation. The journalists reaffirmed their dedication to fearless journalism, pledging to highlight both the failures and achievements of those in leadership positions. The roundtable discussion concluded with a call for a total review of development commissions and interventionist agencies that have failed to deliver results. The journalist stated that if these agencies are not effectively serving the people, they should be restructured or scrapped entirely. They emphasized that appointments into key positions should not be based on political loyalty, but on competence and a clear vision for regional development. In light of the discussions, Baramatu Voice journalists resolved to intensify their advocacy for a new era of leadership in the Niger Delta, one that is rooted in accountability, service, and people-oriented governance. They called on Niger Delta leaders at all levels to either take responsibility and act decisively for the development of the region or step aside for those willing to serve with integrity. This communique is issued as a reflection of the collective position of Baramatu Voice journalists in their commitment to better, more prosperous, and truly developed Niger Delta.
All right, thank you, Iniko. Moving forward, Tinubu signs South-South and Southwest Development Commission bills into law. President Bola Tinubu has signed the South-South Development Commission (SSDC) and Southwest Development Commission (SWDC) bills into law, officially establishing the two commissions to drive economic development, infrastructure growth, and social welfare in their respective regions. The announcement was made by Senate President Godswill Akpabio during plenary on Tuesday, confirming that with his assent, all 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria now have dedicated development commissions. Just to inform distinguished senators that Mr. President has assented to the remaining regional development bills, the Southwest Development Commission Bill and the South-South Development Commission Bill. We now have all the developmental commissions legally in existence, Akpabio said. Lawmakers applauded President Tinubu for approving the bills, highlighting their significance in bringing development closer to the grassroots, creating more jobs, and fostering economic prosperity in the two regions. The SSDC bill, sponsored by Senator Asuko Ekpenyong, Cross River South, was passed by the Senate in October 2024 and later transmitted to the House of Representatives for concurrence. The SWDC bill, championed by Senator Gbenga Daniel Ogun East, received Senate approval in September 2024. With Tinubu's endorsements, both commissions now join the North-West, Northeast, and Southeast commissions in Nigeria's regional development framework. A new era for regional development, Presidential Advisor on Senate Matters, Bashir Lado, praised Tinubu's move, describing it as a demonstration of his administration's commitment to inclusive governance. These landmark legislations are a clear reflection of President Tinubu's relentless commitment to equitable progress and Nigeria's emergence as a global powerhouse. Lado stated, by signing into law the establishment of the South-South and South-West Development Commissions, President Tinubu has reaffirmed his role as a transformational leader who prioritizes regional empowerment, economic expansion, and infrastructure excellence. The commissions are expected to drive industrial growth, job creation, and social advancement, ensuring that both regions fully benefit from their economic potential. For the South-South, the SSDC is seen as a critical tool to tackle environmental degradation, poor infrastructure, and resource mismanagement in the Niger Delta. Meanwhile, the SWDC will focus on enhancing the economic strength a region known for its commercial and industrial activities. With these legal frameworks now in place, attention shifts to the operationalization of the commissions, ensuring that they deliver tangible development and effectively address regional challenges.
Yes, still on the news, PANDEF commends President Tinubu for signing South-South Development Commission Bill into law. The Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, has expressed deep appreciation to President Bola Tinubu, GCFR, for signing the South-South Development Commission Bill into law, describing it as a historic milestone for the region. The announcement made on Tuesday, March 25, 2025, has been met with widespread approval from stakeholders across the South-South geopolitical zone. In a press statement signed by its national chairman, Ambassador Dr. God knows Bola Tinubu, PANDEF also lauded the National Assembly for expediting the legislative process, ensuring the bill's timely passage. This singular action has strengthened our people's confidence in the federal government's commitment to promoting even regional development and addressing the peculiar social, environmental, and infrastructural challenges facing the South-South, the statement read. PANDEF further urged President Tinubu to appoint competent and experienced individuals to manage the newly established commission, ensuring it complements the efforts of state government in driving sustainable development. The group emphasized that the South-South region, which has significantly contributed to Nigeria's economy for decades, deserves urgent attention to issues such as environmental remediation and infrastructural deficits. Additionally, PANDEF called on President Tinubu to address the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State. It appealed for the immediate restatement of Governor Siminalayi Fubara, his deputy, and the State House of Assembly, citing widespread national concern over their suspension. Concluding its statement, PANDEF reaffirmed its commitment to working collaboratively with the federal government to ensure progress, peace, and development in the South-South region.
All right, still on the news. Senate committee throws out Akpoti-Uduaghan's petition. The Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions has dismissed a petition filed by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, citing that the matter is already before a court of law. The petition was submitted by Mr. Zubaru Yakubu, one of Akpoti-Uduaghan's constituents, and sought the intervention of the Senate over a political dispute. During the committee's deliberation, members stressed that they could not act on an issue that is sub judice under judicial consideration. Some lawmakers argued that the Senate should still look into the matter, but the majority upheld the decision to reject the petition, stating that any legislative interference could amount to contempt of court. Observers says the dismissal of the petition adds another dimension to the political tension surrounding Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan. However, as supporters insist that the petition raised critical concerns that deserves a hearing.
Moving forward, House of Reps advances bill to strip presidents, governors of legislative proclamation powers. The House of Representatives on Tuesday considered and passed for second reading a bill that seeks to remove the power of the president and state governors to proclaim a new session of the national and state houses of assembly. Under the current system, the president and governors have the authority to officially declare the commencement of a new legislative session after a general election. The proposed bill, however, aims to make this process independent of the executive branch, ensuring that the legislature can convene without waiting for an official proclamation. Proponents of the bill argue that the reform will promote legislative independence and prevent executive interference in parliamentary affairs. Some lawmakers cited instances where governors attempted to manipulate the legislative process by delaying the proclamation of new sessions. In addition to this, the House also debated another bill aimed at reforming Nigeria's electoral process. The proposed legislation seeks to ensure that all election-related litigations are concluded before winners assume office. Supporters believe this will reduce post-election disputes and provide greater political stability. Both bills are now set to proceed to the committee stage, where they will undergo further scrutiny before final approval.
Brigadier General Maharazu Sigar spends 49 days in captivity despite ransom payments. Retired Brigadier General Maharazu Sigar, a former Director General of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), has now spent 49 days in captivity despite his family paying a ransom for his release. Sigar was abducted along 9 other residents on February 5, 2025 from his hometown of Sigar, Bakori local government area, Katsina State. His kidnapping has sparked outrage, with many questioning the rising insecurity in northern Nigeria. Sources close to the family revealed that ransom negotiations have been ongoing, with multiple payments made to secure his release. However, the captors have yet to release him, fueling fears over his safety. Security agencies have reportedly intensified efforts to locate and rescue the retired general, but no official update have been given on his whereabouts. Meanwhile, local leaders and residents have continued to appeal for urgent intervention to ensure his safe return. His prolonged captivity has drawn condemnation from retired military officers and civil society groups who argue that the Nigerian government must do more to address the growing wave of adoption across the country.
Yes, thank you so much, Best. INEC petition for Akpoti-Uduaghan's recall fell short of requirements. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared that the petition submitted for the recall of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan did not meet the necessary requirements. In a statement issued on Thursday, March 25, 2025, INEC's National Commissioner and Chairman of Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, explained that the petition failed to meet key procedural and legal threshold. While INEC did not disclose specific details of the petition's shortcomings, it is believed that insufficient voter signatures and procedural lapses contributed to its rejection. The recall process in Nigeria requires a petition signed by at least 50% of registered voters in a senator's constituency. The petition must then be verified before INEC can conduct a referendum on whether the lawmaker should be removed from office. Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan has described the recall attempt as politically motivated, vowing to continue serving her constituents despite the controversy.
CBN sees progress in foreign exchange and inflation control efforts. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has reported signs of progress in stabilizing the foreign exchange market and curbing inflation as recent policy reforms begin to yield results. CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso disclosed this during an engagement with scholars from the Harvard Kennedy School at the bank's headquarters in Abuja. Cardoso noted that measures implemented by the Apex Bank, including foreign exchange market reforms and tighter monetary policies, were beginning to restore investor confidence. The Nigerian economy is seeing a gradual improvement in currency stability and inflation control. While challenges remain, we are committed to ensuring that the Naira becomes more stable in the coming months, Cardoso stated. The CBN's efforts to reduce inflation include tightening monetary policies, improving foreign exchange liquidity, and cracking down on speculative trading. However, economic analysts caution that sustained progress will require broader structural reforms beyond monetary policies.
Yes, still on the news, Atiku Abubakar uncertain about 2027 presidential bid. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has stated that he has not yet decided whether to contest for the presidency in 2027. Atiku made this remark during an interview for a television program, Untold Stories, with journalist Adesua Giwa Osage. The interview is scheduled for broadcast today. When asked about his political future, Atiku responded, "I am still watching the political landscape. The decision to contest or not will depend on how things unfold in the coming years." Atiku, who has contested for the presidency multiple times, remains one of Nigeria's most influential politicians. However, political observers believe that his future aspirations will be shaped by ongoing developments within the opposition party and the broader political climate.
Okpebolo declares a state of emergency on Edo public schools. Governor Monday Okpebolo of Edo on Tuesday declared a state of emergency in public schools across the state, stressing that the schools were in a bad state. Okpebolo, accompanied by government officials, toured schools in Ikpoba, Oka, and Ego local government areas of the state and lamented the worrisome conditions of urban schools. The governor expressed his displeasure with the state of the schools visited, emphasizing that Edo children deserve a better learning environment to bring out their best potentials. He noted that during his campaign, he had promised to declare a state of emergency in schools lacking modern facilities and a conducive learning environment across the states.
NDDC trains Abia youth in rice farming. The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has launched a rice farming training program for youth in Abia State aimed at enhancing food security in the Niger Delta region. The training themed capacity building on commercial scale rice production and processing saw over 260 youth in attendance. Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, the Managing Director and the CEO of NDDC, emphasized the importance of programs in boosting agricultural output in the region. This initiative is essential for promoting high-yield agriculture and ensuring sustainable food security, Ogbuku said. Mr. Wale Oretan, representing Dr. Winifred Madume, the Deputy Director, revealed that over 300 youths have benefited from the rice production training. The participants were encouraged to pass on the knowledge they gained to other farmers, promoting a broader impact on food security across the Niger Delta.
NDDC announced foreign postgraduate scholarship program for Niger Delta youths. The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has announced the launch of its foreign postgraduate scholarship program aimed at empowering young people from the Niger Delta region with advanced training and skill. The Commission management revealed that the scholarship is designed to help selected individuals acquire specializations in their fields of study, thereby enabling them to compete on a global scale in various professional disciplines. The scheme is open to suitably qualified applicants with relevant bachelor's degree in a specific professional fields, including agricultural science, engineering, environmental science, geosciences, information technology, medical sciences, law, and architecture.
Yes, and the last story making it today to our headlines is YVA endorses Oboriwori. The member representing Ughelli North, Ughelli South, and Udu Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Reverend Francis Ejirogene YVA, has called on all the Progressive Congress (APC) in Delta State to adopt Governor Sheriff Oboriwori as the party's sole candidate for the 2027 gubernatorial elections. YVA also endorsed Oboriwori for the most fit governorship candidate that can secure victory for APC in 2027 and praised the governor for his development efforts since succeeding former governor Ifeanyi Okowa. And that's the news today on Beyond the Headlines, reaching you from the Niger Delta Media Center here in Ogunobori, Delta State. And I hope you've been abreast on all the information that has been displayed to you today. Yes, so moving forward, Best, what do you have for us before we talk about the issues arising? Do we have comments regarding the news we've had so far today?
All right, so quickly let me check if we have some comments on Facebook, and I'm also going to check if we have some comments on YouTube.
Yes,
likewise.
Very important.
All right, okay, checking for YouTube.
Yes, so you do well to drop your comments and get
your comments
in that discussion. Yes, you already know it's Beyond the Headline, and it is on GbaramatuVoiceTV, reaching you live from the Niger Delta Media Center. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. We'd like you to drop your comments on our news stories today. We'd like to hear your view. We'd like to share your opinion with you, to read it to thousands of people who are also listening.
All right, none for now. Okay. And that is the more reason why we are urging you to drop your comment. Drop your comments on the news that we've just talked about. We have so many news that we've just talked about. The South-South Development Commission, the signing into law, the South-South Development Commission by Tinubu. In fact, that is a very great one for the Niger Delta. Of course, we have the Niger Delta Development Commission, and now another one, SSDC. Yes. In fact, that is a very good one from Tinubu end. Now we want to know your comments about this. We want to know your thoughts about this. Put it down on the comment section. And talking about Natasha, that her petitions was not accepted and all of that, and the governor of Edo State looking into our education sector. This is what we're talking about for a better future ahead. Our children, they deserve a better education for a better future. As they all say, we the children are the leaders of tomorrow.
Yes.
So if they don't have access to a better education, what lies the future of those children? So this is what we're talking about amid other stories. The NDDC, empowering youths in Abia State and other, giving programs, postgraduate programs to deserving youths, not just anyone, but deserving people that actually wants to further education. In fact, this is a very good innovation, and we must applaud the government for all of this. So quickly, you can drop your comments, you can drop your thoughts on these issues, that we've just read on the news.
So talking about the South Development Commission that has been signed into law by
Mr. President
Bola Tinubu. So I might be quick to ask. So what then happens to NDDC?
NDDC. What are the thoughts? Do you think this is actually?
Is it good for the region?
Is this a good one? Now, not just we are not there to talk about it if it's a good one or not.
Yes.
So it is your own opinion that we can now bring.
Yes.
Is it a good one for the Niger Delta?
But then PANDEF has come out to commend the efforts of Mr. President regarding the South Development Commission bill.
Now, with this, new commission coming in, does that mean the NDDC will be abandoned? Or it is a good one that another commission has come in, all of them will work hand in hand. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this? Let's put it on the comment section. Put it down on
actually, some persons are also asking, because I had this discussion, some persons were talking about it, and it's more like, okay, so is it okay when we have a new government, we set up new laws, new policies, and we get to abandon the one from the previous administration
one.
Or is it something that can actually work hand in hand? Yeah. So
that those are like the questions you need to get answers
tell us your
to.
opinion.
You need to put your
this.
thoughts on all of this. Is it a good innovation? Like my host has said, some people speculating that you want to get a new innovation. You don't want to go with the previous one that a previous government has implemented, and bringing in your new innovation. So in fact, how true is that? Is it just some mere speculations, or in fact it is actually a good one that a new commission has been commissioned?
Yes,
now, is it a good one? In fact, since PANDEF actually praised Tinubu, definitely I think
means
it should be a good one. But still, drop your thoughts on this. Drop your comments on this.
Now, so talking about Senator Natasha's rejected petition by the Senate President.
Now, the petition that she filed tagged sexual harassment against the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. It was rejected
on grounds actually that it didn't go through the proper process, and then the Senate President didn't state the proper process that it's supposed to go through. Don't you think while rejecting the petition, you should also state that this is not how it should go.
This is how it should be done.
This way. So don't you think Senator Natasha is actually is it clueless now, or what's happening?
And now she's not even giving up on this. She's still being steadfast.
Someone who said that this suspension cannot be sustained. So
in fact,
so
she's not giving up on this.
Ready. She's not giving up.
She's ready for any fight. That is what I see there. That is what I see there. She's ready for any fight, anything. In fact, I'm pretty sure she would have seen all of this coming. So definitely she's ready for all of this.
So she's probably have developed a thick skin for this.
Exactly.
Okay.
So in fact, before going through that route, through that way, she should have it in mind that all of these are definitely going to. So it's not something you come into it and you want to just back off. I believe she already see this coming. So definitely she would have a way to, handle it and all of that. It's all right. I'm talking about the Edo State governor as well. Declaring state
emergency. Like you said,
in fact, initially when I saw it, I was like, is this the new trend?
State of emergency everywhere. But then if you read further, if you listen further, you get to understand that it's a declaring state of emergency on the educational sector in Edo State.
In fact, the state of, sometimes when I look at these public schools, in fact, thank God for a governor right now, Governor Sheriff in Delta State. He has been doing a whole lot in Delta State, and talking about infrastructures and all of that, everything. Our public schools, the educational initially, when you see some public schools, your heart will
break. Like,
is this where our children, in fact, can learning process be effective in those kind of environments?
And then if you look at the teachers, they're in those environments, they are also demigods, because whatever I give you, you take. After all, it's more like a free so
exactly.
There is no accountability. There are no measures put in place.
And I think even after discussing this, I think one of the issues that our government need to look critically into, talking about, teachers in government schools, most of the times they feel, they are not closely supervised, they are not closely watched, they can do whatever they want to do.
Yes, most times.
If I don't come to school, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
If I don't teach, nobody cares. So
that's because there is this general notion that a civil servant, it can hardly be sacked, unlike the private sector. CEO can wake up one morning, when did you come to work? You're sacked. No process. Unlike the government, a government worker, it will take a process. They already know that it's more like job security. But then, even when your job is secured, you should also do your part. Because you're obviously being paid for it. Nobody needs to supervise you to actually do the right thing. You were employed as a teacher. If you don't want to teach, so why did you employ? Why did you apply to be a teacher? I think it's not fair, and most times your children might not be there. But how about others?
You would hear from some of the teachers, the state of the class, and they're sweating, and the ceilings everywhere is leaking, and they'll be like, I cannot kill myself. If you like, learn.
And those are nonchalant attitude that shouldn't be tolerated.
But I cannot totally blame them. If you're actually teaching in a non-conducive environment, it is not ideal. Teaching process cannot, and that is why I am actually thanking the Edo State governor that has deemed it fit to put these classes, put these schools in right place.
Even when you can't fully blame them, because the environment is not conducive. There are also very top-notch government schools with nonchalant teachers as well.
Yes,
so what is their reason?
I won't dispute that fact.
So what is their reason? It's mainly the fact that they are not properly supervised.
I won't dispute that fact, because it's something that is obvious, that I've seen them.
Countless
it's
times.
Just like these public school teachers, they are demigods.
Like I said,
when you see them, they are demigods. They
give you the attitude more than that of a lecturer,
In fact, this is still boiling down to the fact that we are thanking the governor. We are seeing his work.
So
we're seeing his work on the education sector.
A whole lot will change in the educational sector.
And this sector is one prominent sector that affects so many things, because now we're always saying that the children are the leaders of tomorrow, and if they don't have if they don't have, access to
proper
good
care, yes.
education, how can they lead us tomorrow?
Sometimes you go to a class and in fact this topic is broad, because sometimes you go to a class, there are no teachers. Why? But a teacher was assigned here.
Yes.
You just live underage. You just live underage to just supervise themselves. It's not even safe. I think it's not even safe and proper. So if you are a government teacher, please do your part, play your role, and let the government play their role. Thank you so much. Bess, do you have anything for us today?
All right, nothing much. We've come to the end of Beyond the Headlines. Quickly before we go, let me brief you. This is Beyond the Headlines, where we take you beyond the news, giving you in-depth analysis, insights, and perspective that matters. Yes, this program run through from Mondays to Saturday. All right, stay tuned for tomorrow program. And stay tuned for a program coming to your screen, Ijo
this evening.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so and that will be all today. We'll be drawing our curtain soon. Thank you so much for being a part of the program Beyond the Headlines on Baramatu Voice TV. Thank you for watching. We do love you and appreciate you. Please do well to like, share, comment on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Baramatu Voice TV and turn on your notification button so you'll be the first to be informed when we come live. Yes, do well to also visit our website at www.baramatuvoicenews.com and get abreast of the information you need to know. Thank you so much. Signing up the program now is Agogo Iniko, and remember to always own your day and speak with impact. And from my co-host,
all right, for me it's Bye. Best of all is my name. Good day.